Hey GTS fam, we're back with another review by me, Massacre Jess, and today we're going to be reviewing the Evangelion Mark 06, and it is so appropriate to look at this month, seeing as the new movie for Evangelion comes out on Amazon Prime in a couple of days. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time, which is the fourth and final movie, and I can't wait, but we'll watch that later. I'm sure that when this video comes out, I might have already watched it, and we'll talk about it then, but let's get right into this kit. By the way, sponsored by Plamod, which is the main distributor for all things Bandai here in Canada. But anyway, opening up the box, we immediately are met with runners with beautiful plastic quality. I've always liked the quality of the plastic on all my Evangelion kits, and as much as the people who watch GTS know, I am a big fan of everything Evangelion, honestly. I love them. But yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit of runners, just like every time. At the end of the day, it's a real grade, and real grades are meant to have a lot of detail. And you can't complain, like, they just come out amazing. Now, I know that some people have a little bit of a gripe, as Evangelion kits seem to be the same body, with just a different head, and that's understandable. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and I think that's the beauty of Evangelion. You don't need so many weird, different suits or whatever you want to call them from Gundam or anything. Like, I love Gundam, but something about Evangelion and their animalistic human form is what really draws me to them. But anyway, here we have the little halo that's going to go on top. That's actually pretty nice. Now that we kind of take a look at it, this looks really, really nice. And of course, we are met with some foil stickers and the regular stickers, which we will not be using. As you could know, I love water slides. And at the end of it all, we have the manual, and just a same old manual as always. I know there's some colored pictures of the Mark 6 around here. Yep, here we go. Just like every kit and every manual, we have a little bit of showcasing of how you can pose it, and I cannot wait to build this. This is going to be sick. Anyway, guys, let's go into a little bit of lore.
I don't give a shit, Anno. I want to see my money by the end of the week. You tracking? I know you have it. You made a shitload from that goddamn movie and from the underwear sales, alright? Of course I'm gonna see you tonight. Look, you can bring the bees. I don't give a shit, alright? I'll see you then. Bye. Oh, I didn't know you was there. You should have known Anno's a little freak about the shit that he makes. Well, hey, how you guys doing? My name is Eva, Unit 1, and I'm from what you would like to fucking call Neon Genesis Evangelion, or whatever. Now, someone told me that you want to know about Evangelion in about a minute. Look, that's impossible to go ahead and summarize that shit show of an anime in 1 minute. But I'll try. But let me go ahead and suit up and get my weapon ready. There we go. Progressive knife, progressive beer. Alright, so let me take you on a journey. Basically, it's about this bullshit Shinji character who is a goddamn whiny bitch. Alright, since day one, just come waltzing in with his goddamn pity party, and he is the most annoying bastard in all of anime. I don't give a shit who says what. He meets up with his father, who's also a goddamn asshole. Don't give a shit about anyone. Who also meets up with this chick named Ray. He has a hard-on, but hey, plot twist, that's his goddamn mother. Or at least a clone of his mother, which is still goddamn gross. Then you got Asuka, who's a goddamn sociopath. Don't even get me started on her. She is just fucking batshit crazy, and she's honestly pretty trash at pawing Evas, but she still just boasts about her fucking abilities, and we barely ever see it. Even in the end of Evangelion, she's just trash all around. But anyways, Shinji's over here busting nuts on her fucking comatose body, and you got Masato over here who don't know what the fuck she wants to do with her life. She's like this fucking 30-year-old woman who's just like casually getting laid by this one dude who fucking grows watermelons in the fucking end of the world. I don't get that shit either. Oh, we're skipping the whole world. Well, there's this thing called Impact, and Impact fucking just happens, and everyone just fucking just implodes and shit into like this little goo of cum and shit. And then you got a big old ray that just fucking like swallows the earth and shit. I don't know, man. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was fucking toasted and blazed out of my goddamn mind during the whole filming of this shit. The only thing stopping you from getting to them is me and my goddamn alcoholism. You little bitch. So look, if you want to know about Evangelion, don't even fucking watch it. Just pretend it didn't happen. Ano has plenty enough money just from goddamn underwear and watches. The merch sells though. I'd like to get paid. On to you, Jess.
Thank you, Unit 1, for that amazing, insightful story on Neon Genesis Evangelion. We're kind of talking about the rebuild here because of Mark 6. Mark 6 doesn't appear in the Neon Genesis Evangelion TV series. I think you really are drunk, and I really do think you need some help, Unit 1. Definitely go over with your son, Shinji, look for a psychiatrist, sit down and talk about your alcoholic tendencies. But with that said, guys, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of lore throughout the rest of the commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyway, let's go on with the out-of-the-box build. Like the rest of the RG Eva lineup, the Mark 6 without a doubt is one gorgeous build. From the beautiful color scheme to the outstanding quality in plastic, this Eva deserves all the praise in looks. It shares the same build design language to the rest of the lineup with some notable differences that are more accurate to the lore than anything else. The Mark 6 sports a beautiful deep blue with some accent yellow on the trim that is just asking for a gloss paint job to really elevate the color scheme. The added height helps it stand from the crowd as it towers the rest of the Eva units. But I will be honest, much of the criticism for the RG Eva lineup has been on the idea that the model kits are all the same with just a change on the head design. And though I can certainly understand the sentiment in wanting something completely different, I defend the line by saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The build sports undergating from top to bottom with very minimal nub marks to clean up, most of them existing around the feet area. A quick solution for this would be to bust out your trusty sanding sponges and going to town on them. Now, remember when I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it a couple seconds ago? I must admit that there is a huge glaring issue that plagues not just this kit, but all the other previous ones in this line, and that piece is the one that connects the legs to the pelvis. This is a design choice that is extremely flawed and should be corrected. Not only is this piece a pain to insert correctly, and keep in mind that I've built literally every single Eva except for Unit 2, so I must say that I'm pretty experienced in the build process, and I can say that I hate putting this piece on, and I'm going to show you guys why. As much as I love the Evangelion kits and the builds and everything, there is a certain piece that I must be very honest about, and it's this one right here, which goes right into the pelvis as I had been talking about during my review. Now, if we go on to the instruction manual, we will see exactly how you're supposed to put it. So you build it, then you insert it here, and then you're supposed to twist it yourself to the point where the pegs are all the way up top. And that's it. That's all you're supposed to do, right? It should be pretty easy. The problem is it's not. The problem is that, in fact, let's open up the instruction manual one more time. The reason I'm recording this for you guys, it's to make sure that this isn't just a user error. So I'll put it in the way it's supposed to, with this facing up, making sure it goes into the pegs. It's in, and then I'm supposed to, one, twist it myself all the way up, which is difficult on its own. I don't understand who came up with this. And it's the same for every single kit. Now, do you see how difficult it is to do it on your own? But do you see? I'm still here trying to twist it. There's no other way. It still needs to go all the way up, if you guys can tell. It still needs to go all the way up. But it's so difficult to twist. Why is it difficult to twist? Do I have to move it? If I keep pushing, I'm afraid I'm gonna break the pegs.
2 hours later.
I was able to do this. I actually had to place the kit in such a weird position and brute force this all the way up. So much that I was scared that I was going to break the pegs, and that shouldn't feel that way. We're going to bring the legs over here, connect them, and see if it works better. Again, I'm doing this to make sure that it's not user error, and it's something that's on Bandai's side, or the design. So we're putting both legs in. They're all the way in as they can go. And they still feel really wobbly. So, as you guys can see from the video, the loose legs are not from user error, but more of a design flaw that plagues every RG Eva, as I mentioned before. And as much as I love them, that connection does not hold up and should really be revised. I do want to mention that though this error exists, it does not turn the kit into a hand grenade, because it really doesn't. This is nothing like the RG Sananju, but if anything, it just hurts the posability, because you would want it to be really sturdy. And thanks to the loose legs, it just doesn't have that. The real grade Mark 6 comes with a few accessories that are completely different to the rest of the lineup. For one, the weapon, and oh man, what a beautiful weapon it is, the Spear of Cassius, known now thanks to the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 film as the Spear of Hope. It's just, it really is a wonderful weapon, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit here with this video. So here we have the spear that came with the Mark 6. It is made out of 3 different primary pieces, which is the double helix down here, the shaft, and then the head up here that is made out of different pieces that go right into this little gem. Nothing is clamped together, which is I think is the best part, so you don't get any of that separation. Looks very solid. I love the way it looks. If you're really into making it look super smooth, I would definitely recommend sanding down the edges, as you might be able to see little points. I know they're very minuscule, but I just want to point it out for you guys. But at the end of the day, I think it's a very beautiful design, and even Bandai being able to create this just out of one piece here is freaking amazing. So what we have down here is a Spear of Longinus that came with the Bandai 1998 Unit 0 kit that I have. And if we look at both of them, they look amazing. I mean, they're such a centerpiece, especially for what Evangelion is. Definitely will go into painting this red one day to kind of get the same crimson look. But yeah, definitely one of the more beautiful parts of the kit, which I know it's very simple, but at the end of the day, it adds that extra flair. Another great accessory that is included is the angelic halo that connects to the kit, where one would connect the original umbilical cords included with the previous Evas. This kit does not include an umbilical cord, as canonically, it runs on an inner power source as opposed to external. And that piece that holds this together is a clear plastic that also allows the kit to be posed on an action base, which seems to be a unique highlight of the overall build. On the topic of accessories, I have to add that the runners include progressive knives along with extra pieces that are never used. Again, all because of lore. The Mark 6 uses the spear. It doesn't use any rifles, it doesn't use any of the progressive knives, but though they are included in the runners, the instruction manual will have them all X'd out in the beginning, just like Bandai tends to do all the time. Should you buy the real grade Mark 6? The answer to that question lies solely on your opinion on the model kits. If you take the point of view of someone who is a fan of the original series like me, along with all the movies, then yes, of course, you need to complete the collection. I need to complete the collection. I only wish I had the money when they started coming out to buy the deluxe versions of the Unit 0 and Unit 1, and don't even get me started on the fact that I'm still missing Unit 2. Despite the flaw that I mentioned earlier that plagues all of the lineup, I still love them to death. But if you aren't a fan, which I understand not a lot of people are a fan of Evangelions, then I would say to buy at least the Unit 1 or this one. Unit 1 because of the OG status and to take a breath of fresh air from a design and build perspective. Couple that with the iconic design and you have yourself a classic experience. The Mark 6 gives you all of that, along with its added height and added presence on the shelf, which will give you the same feeling as Unit 1. If you're looking for more Evangelion goodness, then be sure to check out last week's video essay done by me going over the endings of the franchise. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And thanks again to Plamod for providing this kit, and we will see you on the next one.